Welcome to Afro Think Tank University, where we learn, build, and grow together. Class is now in session. Welcome back to Afro Think Tank University, Science Section. Today, Amari and Zuri are about to watch a video about one of the greatest discoveries in modern biology. Before the lesson begins, they decide to make predictions based only on the title. In science, asking good questions is often the first step toward discovering great answers. Dialogue. Zuri, today's topic says green fluorescent protein. That's a pretty unusual name. What do you think it means? Amari, let's break it apart like scientists. Protein means it's a molecule that's part of living things. Fluorescent usually means it glows when light shines on it. So my first guess is that it's some kind of glowing protein. Zuri, okay. But why would scientists care about something that glows? Is it just because it looks cool? Amari, probably not. Scientists usually aren't interested in something just because it's interesting. They want to know what it can help them discover. Zuri, maybe the glow lets them see something they couldn't normally see. Amari, that's exactly what I'm wondering. Imagine if you could make just one type of cell glow bright green while every other cell stayed invisible. You could watch where those cells move, how they grow, or what they do inside a living organism. Zuri, that would be incredible. It's almost like putting a tiny flashlight inside a living cell. Amari, exactly. But here's the real question. Did scientists invent this glowing protein, or did they discover it somewhere in nature? Zuri, I have no idea. Maybe the video is about to answer that. Amari, let's pay close attention. Sometimes the smallest discoveries end up changing science forever.
You want to see the cells that live in your brain and your spinal cord? Of course you do. Let me show you some neurons. By the way, I'm Nuri. This is my Neuro Nook. I teach you science. I show you science like I'm doing today. If you're not already following me, you should. And you should share with a friend. So, come on. In here, you can't really see, I'll insert it, are my organoids. They have a special virus on them that turns the neurons green. You might be wondering why. I'll tell you in a minute. But first, I'm going to show them to you. I'm going to turn off a light. We're in the dark. So here is my microscope. The plate is sitting on top. The light is shining from the bottom. And you can see these green neurons. I'm going to increase the magnification a couple times so we can really see the cells. So there they are. All those little dots are the cell bodies. And I'm pointing out the cell body and the processes of a cell. And then all these other dots are also cell bodies. I found another really cool cell that was huge. And you can see its processes and its cell body there on the right. So cool. All right, so why are the cells green? The cells are green because we use a special virus that will tag the cells green. Turns out viruses are really good at getting into cells, and we can take their nature and alter it a little bit for our purposes. So viruses that integrate into the DNA are very helpful for us. All the cell types in your body express specific genes that can let researchers know what type of cell you are. It's like you have a big tag saying, hey, I'm this type of cell, and each cell expresses these. We can harness that. For example, all neurons express a gene called synapsin 1. And ahead of this gene, or upstream of this gene, is a region called promoter, which allows for this gene to be really expressed. We basically copy that promoter, and then at the end, we add a green fluorescent protein gene. So when that gene is being read, it'll say, hey, I'm a neuron, and only neurons will express this green fluorescent protein. So the green that you see is that protein being expressed. So the synapsin 1 GFP DNA, we put inside a special virus that allows us to put this into cells. Fun fact, that virus is modified HIV. If you have questions about that, you should ask because I'm happy to answer them. But anyways, we put that virus onto our spinal cord organoids, and over a few days, we'll see our neurons be green. Hope that made sense. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed learning with me today. I'll see you later, bookies. Bye.
After discussing the details of green fluorescent protein, Amari and Zuri realized that one scientific discovery can completely transform the way humanity studies life itself. Their conversation shifts from what GFP is to why discoveries like this matter for the future of medicine, biology, and scientific innovation. Dialogue. Zuri, the thing that impressed me most is that scientists didn't create GFP. They discovered something that nature had already invented millions of years ago. Amari. Exactly. It reminds us that nature is like the world's greatest laboratory. Scientists are constantly learning from plants, animals, bacteria, fungi, and even tiny organisms living in the ocean. Zuri, and once they understood how GFP worked, they didn't stop there. They figured out how to use its gene as a scientific tool to study other living cells. Amari, that's what makes science so exciting. One discovery leads to another. Because of GFP, scientists can now watch living cells move, divide, communicate, and even see when certain genes turn on or off. Zuri, that could help researchers understand diseases much earlier than before. Amari, right. It helps scientists study cancer, brain cells, the immune system, developing embryos, and many other areas of biology. Instead of guessing what's happening inside a living organism, they can actually watch many of those processes unfold. Zuri, so today's lesson wasn't really about something glowing green. It was about how curiosity can unlock discoveries that improve medicine and help millions of people. Amari, exactly. Every great scientific breakthrough begins with someone asking a simple question, observing carefully, and refusing to stop learning. That's something every scientist and every student at Afro Think Tank University should remember. And that's today's lesson. As you leave Afro Think Tank University, remember that knowledge is only powerful when you use it. Take what you've learned today, apply it in the real world, share it with someone else, and come back ready for the next lesson. Until next time, keep learning, keep building, and keep growing. This is Afro Think Tank University. Learn something, teach something, class dismissed.